How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm gonna be giving you guys some tips, and also I'm gonna review a new keyboard I got for my videos. So I'm a YouTuber, right? And I also make reviews as well as gaming videos, and I recently got back into PC gaming, especially just Minecraft. And I love my mechanical keyboard, but in my video commentary it makes way too much noise, and I tried taking it out in Audacity, and it just muffles the rest of it. The rest of my voice is not good, and it's just too loud sometimes, and I know that you can fix that. So I'm gonna go over the two options that you've got. So the first option is to get O-rings for your mechanical keyboard, which is like some kind of a rubber hoops that you put under your keycaps, and they basically just neutralize most of the audio, but it's still kind of clicky, just not loud enough to be picked up by the microphone, and that works really well. And that's one of the options, but I'm not going to go over that option because a lot of YouTubers already have, and I think this also gives me an opportunity to make a review on another keyboard which I've gotten. Now the second option is to get a different keyboard that's not mechanical. Now don't get too confused about it. You can always use your mechanical keyboard for everything else. All you have to do is just switch out the mechanical keyboard for the videos, and that's what I'm going to be doing. So the first keyboard that you're going to come across if you look for a silent keyboard is this flexible keyboard that is waterproof, splash proof and all that kind of jazz. The thing is, this keyboard is not good at all. It's not good for anything if you ask me. Now the thing is, even though it's foldable and stuff, it's all cool and that, but the feedback and everything is just completely crap. It's like barely better than a touchscreen, right? So I don't really recommend you getting this keyboard or even looking into this keyboard, because it just doesn't work for anything if you ask me. Now yes, I can agree that is probably a silent keyboard. It is silent, like it doesn't make any noise. I have to give them props for that, but the thing is, it just doesn't work with anything else. Now the second option you're going to come across if you're looking for a silent keyboard is this thing. Now this thing is a X structure keyboard, and it's a mini one I got. You can get bigger ones, and these kind of keyboards are mostly found on laptops, and you can see in this video that I've got a laptop and it also has the same keyboard, except it's much smaller and all. The keys are much smaller obviously but that's that. What you get with this keyboard, and this is the one I'm going to be reviewing, and what you get with this one is just the keyboard itself. Now this is a wired one. You can also get wireless ones and all, but we don't want to get into those if we're going to get something for gaming. And this keyboard is not the most silent, but it is really quiet, as opposed to a mechanical keyboard obviously. So what is the good thing about this keyboard, other than the fact that it's small, it's quite silent and all? It's not as good as a mechanical keyboard, like the feel wise and everything. I mean, it may be a little low profile, but are you really gonna risk that for just a little bit of quietness in your audio quality? And if you're gaming, I think this is gonna be really cool, because for gaming I think almost every keyboard is fine as long as they're comfortable to use, and these keyboards are like just fine. This one is a really slim one, as you can see over here. So I'm really kind of skeptical about this and how this works, and really cool. I've actually used this, and it's made a huge difference on the audio quality. Obviously all the keys are still there and everything, and I really like it. I do recommend this kind of keyboard, but you can't get O-rings for your mechanical keyboard. But if you don't want to, this is the second option. Don't go for the flexible thingamajig. That's just nonsense and crap. So what is the reason to get an O-ring rather than this? Well, it's more cheaper, but the thing is, you're gonna have to open the keyboard up, and well, not open it, just take out the keycaps, put the hoop, the O-ring under it, and then knock it back onto the switch. But I mean, I've already done this kind of stuff, so I'm okay. If you got a mechanical keyboard, you should be fine. It's not gonna break as long as it's not made of plastic, or at least. In this case, I've got the Ajaz AK33, I think it is, and that one's like a really cheap mechanical keyboard. The base plate is made out of metal, but the buttons and switches and stuff, they're made out of plastic, but it doesn't break. Now you just keep in mind, you might need, and I think you're better off using some tools to take out the keycaps and just put the O-rings in. But that's a mechanical keyboard. Now it does neutralize the audio, but it's not gonna completely silent it out. and so I wanted to try a little bit different. I went with this keyboard and I think I really like it. It's quite small, same as the mechanical keyboard. In fact, it's smaller than that, and it actually saves up a little bit more space on my desk, which I don't know what I'm going to use for. And I'm only going to use this for making videos. I'll just go ahead and switch it out again and put my mechanical keyboard back in, just using the USB switch port that plugs into the keyboard. So that's really cool, because a lot of mechanical keyboards don't really do that. They're just like normal keyboards where you have to go all the way back to the hub and take out the USB port, take all the wire with it. Whereas this one, the one that I've got, it's got a USB port coming into the mechanical keyboard. So like, it's awesome. It's like a phone. Simply just take it out and yeah. Alright, now this keyboard is like for £5 or something like that. Maybe, no, it's around £10 actually. And for that price, I think it's not really worth it at all, because I mean, I can't really say much about it, because it's an X structure keyboard, which basically means, you know, they're the ones used on the laptop. They're just the ones that make they take up less space as opposed to a mechanical keyboard inside, so they use them on laptops. But this keyboard is like, it's like okay, it's good. The feeling is just fine. It's like, you know, nice, like every keyboard. The thing you're really gonna find different about this is the keys. They're flat, and that's some people don't like it. Some people don't like that. It's also flat, so I mean, it's not backlit, yeah. So you're not gonna see in the dark and stuff. So might want to keep that in mind. But if you're looking for something, you know, better to just silence the keyboard audio or keyboard noises from your videos, this thing is one of the options, and I do recommend this over the O-rings. Even though they're better, they just take a little bit of work to get them in there, and after you got them in there, you're all fine. So if you're looking for just neutralizing the audio from your mechanical keyboard, you might want to invest in this. I'm not saying you have to, because you can't get O-rings, but like I said, you might not want to open it up if you're not really too familiar with taking out a keyboard and stuff like that. So just want to keep that in mind. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a generic keyboard, but it actually makes a big difference in the audio quality that you're going to be using. And I will, like I said, take this out, plug in my mechanical keyboard back in for everything else that I do that's not for recording videos and stuff. Now if you're going to be live streaming, you might want to get the O-rings, because you know they're going to be like silent and stuff. You're gonna have to keep switching this out and in, if you know what I mean, when you're live streaming. Obviously, if you're gonna do it for maybe less than an hour or somewhere like that, for a short period of time, then you can just switch this out. But most of the time, I think people do it for 24 hours, something like that. If you're gonna do it for a really long time, maybe even 6 hours or 4 hours, get the O-rings. They're probably the better option. But this is just one of the options, the easier one, I would say. So I'll actually leave it here, and thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions about this, let me know in the comment section below, and as always, I'll see you again in a different video.